Oh, hey everybody, I'm just trying to write down some ideas for videos, and now I'm trying to do some different stuff. I could review the most recent movie I watched. It's what I would say if I didn't just watch Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, I could discuss some drama going on in the internet. There's some issues going on in the Uno community. I don't want to get political. I could do kids' book read-alongs. That wouldn't really fit my age demographic, though. The geezers down at the retirement home love me. Ooh, I know! I could start a podcast! Hold on, 1 second. I'll just happen by the strangers to play Stunt Race FX now.
Have you ever been playing Mario Kart and go,
What if this looked like
well, that question has finally been answered. Stunt Race FX is an SNES game that took advantage of the special FX chip. Hell, it's even in the name. The FX chip was put into a few SNES games to do some pretty crazy stuff. Yoshi's Island just used it to add some interesting visual effects and have some more detailed art, but that's really all it needed. That game looks beautiful even today. But the real potential of this chip was shown with this game and Star Fox, giving these games pseudo 3D graphics. This must have been crazy seeing back in 1993, but today?
What the f*** am I looking at?
Yeah, these games didn't age well. It's kinda hard to tell what you're looking at sometimes, and playing them for too long just gives me a headache. But enough dilly-dallying and talking about other games, let's just get right into this. We immediately start off with a clown honk with the logo showing up.
Great, 2 seconds into this game and it's already insulting me.
Going to the menu, we have some banger music. In fact, this game's entire soundtrack is pretty good. I think it's one of the most underrated SNES soundtracks. Starting off with the Grand Prix mode, there's 3 different vehicles you can choose from. I've always chosen the guy with the average stats, plain and simple, like bread. I'd name myself Sex. Now, there's only 2 cups you can play in the Grand Prix mode. Man, this game better slow down, there's just too many choices! The first course, Easy Ride, sure is easy. While it's a basic course, it works perfectly as a starter course and it looks pretty decent. Look, it's Mario! The next level, Aqua Tunnel, is pretty neat. While the concept isn't crazy, it works well for a course and has a fun and decently challenging layout. And then we get to the bonus stage and we can drive through checkpoints to get extra time. Oh my god, this might be the worst controlling thing in any game I've ever played. The turning is so slippery, it feels like I'm on 20 layers of ice. Sunset Valley is easily the best course in this cup. It has some pretty decent visuals and it's super fun to play. Night Owl is decent. It's probably the nicest looking course here, but I feel like a lot of the turns are too sharp and the darkness gets a bit annoying. Alright, now let's go to the Expert Cup with King's Forest. This one's kinda difficult. The turns are sharp but still reasonable and the time limit is pretty strict. There's also some annoying fog effect, but I did get used to it. Now we have Sea Breeze. This is a square. The beachy background is nice, but the layout is boring as hell! Oh boy, time for another bonus. Let's see how awful it is. It's the same thing with a different layout. Ew. Time to go to Whiteland. Perfect for people like me. This is really fun. It keeps you on your toes and it looks great. This is easily the best track here. Finally, we have Night Cruise. This one has a decent layout, but the visuals are too similar to Night Owl, causing it to be a bit forgettable. Let's hit the down button on the menu and go to the stunt track, starting with Ice Dance. Yuck. The ice physics are pretty annoying, but I can deal with them. The layout of what I finished was decent. Yeah, these are really hard to actually finish. I only got 17 out of the 40 stars here. Blue Lake is dumb. You're constantly getting slowed down from the water and the steering is way more slippery. I got 18 out of the 40 stars this time. What a difference. Rockfield is easily the best course here. It's not too hard and it feels pretty unique. This is the only stunt level I actually went through and finished, getting all 40 stars. Up and Down is pretty decent too. It has some really fun jumps that make me feel like a child being like, oh, look at him go. The Paddle Tracks mode is just pretty similar to the version of the Grand Prix mode. It works pretty well, but I don't have much to say. And then Free Tracks is just Time Trials mode. Again, works well, but what else do I have to say?
And that was Stunt Race FX. While this game's visuals don't hold up very well, its gameplay is pretty good and it's just oozing with charm. And there's something really special watching this game run on an actual SNES cartridge. It's so novel. So if you have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, why not check it out? Well, now it's time to put this game into the pile of games I've made an entire video about. Just gotta set the pile again. Ugh. You agree, Playley? No. Alright. Finally. Every single game I made a video solely based on together. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I needed to take every single game off the shelf and individually check them.